Good morning. Woo wee. It is cold here today. And you know I don't like that. I am not even going to stick my head out that door. Forget it. It is too cold. Too cold. Who do we have in here? New member Stevie. Welcome. Welcome, new member Stevie. Love it. Thank you. Hello, Alice. Aggie, you're rather chipper this morning. How are you? None your business. Love that name. Good morning. Hello, Robin. Hi, Jenny. Superior Dreams. There's our friend Deb. How is everyone this morning? Hi, Tara. Hello, hello. Oh, Sarah. Negative 49-degree wind chill today and tomorrow. I am a frozen snowman or ice queen. You're in a world of hurt is what you're in, my friend, because that is cold. That is cold. Screw that noise. Dixie Kane, good morning. Good morning. If I missed somebody, I apologize. There's Alicia Ann, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Oh, there's our friend Dodging Bullets. Juicy Tequila Bobo, good morning, my friend. Good morning. There's my friend Pat, Southern and Sassy. I hope everyone's having a good day. Getting geared up for the weekend. It'll be the first weekend in a long time that we haven't had to deal with holidays. So I hope everyone gets to lay around, relax, eat, and not have to really do anything. Gina, good morning. I like your avatar. Is that a beach? I like it. There's Kitty Cat, Little Country. Amanda Sykes. Amanda Sykes is a new member. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's Dara Lee. Hello. Well, I hope everybody's doing great and ready for the show. I want to look at some comments from yesterday. Not bad comments. Nope, not bad comments. Just some that were left on the channel that really were really good. Really good I want to talk about. And then, of course, get on with the show. For those of you that were here for the Harmony Montgomery show, thank you so much. I mean, it was kind of a long show, a lot longer than, I normally do. It was about 2.5 hours. But man, it was really good. I mean, the lady that was on there really helped us all understand what was really going on. And it's such a heartbreaking case. So if you have time, go catch that video. Hang on a second. Kim Vest, she said, I am new also. Hit that sub button. Anyone that's new, please hit that sub button. We want to hang out with you guys as much as possible. The real Sharon. Why was or how was Candace online when she knew Summer was missing? Candace didn't care. Candace didn't care. That or she was trying to make it look like she was looking for Summer, or I don't know. She just did not care. We're going to get to that. First, let's bring up our friend Kevin B. And I want to talk about these comments because, we all kind of got called judgy. We were told that we need to be in other people's shoes before we say anything. So a couple of comments I got yesterday were great. So good morning, Kevin.
Good morning, Brooks. How are you?
A lot better than Sarah. Negative 49-degree wind chill.
Where the hell is that at?
I don't know.
Well, good morning to everybody else out there. Glad you are all here today. Wow, judging.
Yeah.
I don't think telling the truth is judging. How is that judging when you tell the truth? Oh, well.
She's in Minnesota.
Ooh, I used to live in St. Cloud, Minnesota. And yeah, it gets so cold there that when we first went there that night, me and my wife, the van, you know how the motels have vans that take you to the motel from the airport?
Mm-hmm.
There was ice on the inside of the van on the windows. And that is no exaggeration. That's how cold that place is.
On the inside of the
yes,
car?
On the glass, on the inside. Yeah. My wife was crying. It was so bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a very cold place, Minnesota.
Very beautiful place. In the summertime, my goodness, it's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
Every time we go, Every time we go, my husband has to have walleye.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Every
That's a
time.
big fish here in Michigan, too. A lot of people like to eat walleye and perch.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's mainly bass around here, bass and catfish. Allegedly, I asked him that this morning too. Allegedly said, Kevin, how do engines run that cold? That's what I was asking him this morning. But he said they keep theirs in the garage. They have a garage.
right, well, or you can buy a heated dipstick. You put, like your regular oil dipstick. Well, this is a heated one. You plug it in, you put that in your car, and it keeps your oil warm. Or one time we were traveling when I was a kid with my dad, and we were in Gunnison, Colorado, and it was 40 below zero. And our car had to be towed in and put into a warm garage before we could even start it. That's
Wow.
cold. Yeah, hell with that. Oh, yeah, you don't want to go outside 49 below. You can freeze your lungs
No. Yeah. So be careful, Sarah. I'm
for
sure
sure.
she's acclimated to the weather and she knows what to do. But when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, whoo, don't
Well,
get
when you go out in that
your
cold, you
house.
have to have a scarf over your mouth. That's cold.
Joy Catcher said, I always think of Kid Rock when I think of Michigan. Kevin's our own Kid Rock. That's his neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah, he's him and Ted Nugent both, they're big here in Michigan. They're, they're both from, well, Ted Nugent, he hunts around the area where I live. He knows somebody really well, a person that I know that sells compound bows. But yeah, Ted Nugent, Kid Rock. I like Kid Rock.
Yeah, you've sent me a lot of his songs lately. I like Kid Rock too. I do. Yeah, I guess Morgan, he's got that. Okay, so he's got that new bar. Well, I say new in Nashville. And it's a hopping place. And I guess Morgan Wallen got into a fight there and then got arrested later, something like that. Anyway, Kid Rock didn't bother him at all. He's like, you're welcome anytime.
I love that new song by Kid Rock. Don't Tell Me How to Live. That is a great song.
We got to incorporate it into this show. The Real Sharon became a YouTube member. Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
For sure.
So yesterday, and this is not what the show is going to be about, just doing a recap of yesterday. We talked about how all of us bad people in here were so judgy. We're so judgy. Now, we are talking about the neglect, endangerment, and the fact that 8 children were horrifically ruined by these 2 people.
Yeah,
And
that's not judging.
No, that's fact. We put up news articles and everything like that. Didn't make it up. We try not to speculate, and I don't like to spread rumors. If I was in the rumor spreading business with everything that goes around, we'd be on 10 times a day. So
if we wanted to do drama, well, it'd be, yeah, I agree.
Shit, I'd need a nap. I can't do all that. So a couple of comments that were left on the channel. Okay, I highlighted 2 of them, and I love all of your comments. I just happened to catch these 2 this morning, so don't think I'm leaving anybody out. But so basically about the judging. Okay, one lady said, when Robin tells people not to judge, but she says when she saw the Wells family the first time, she thought they were there for donations. Isn't that judging? Practice what you preach, Robin.
Who?
Boom.
I like that comment.
Boom.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that comment.
Nope. That's why it's getting mentioned here.
Unless people want to, mistake or turn it around as an opinion as judging. I think they're 2 totally separate things. An opinion and judging someone.
But when you're stating facts, how is that even an opinion?
It's if you're stating facts, fact is fact. The truth is the truth.
Yeah. So that's just putting it out there. This is what's out there.
Yep.
I didn't write this script. They did. So we had another comment. The Bible tells us to use righteous judgment. seems no one even knows what that is. Righteous judgment is looking at a person's life and how they live and compare that to what God says. Sorry, it's small writing. We are to expose evil at every corner. The Wells are not Christians. Truly, we see that. Their lifestyle is opposite of what God instructs us. The Wells have a generational antichrist spirit on them. Their religion they have is nothing but bondage to the church, constant conviction, rituals, and false teachings. Dang, that was a lot to take in.
That's some fire there.
Woo.
Oof.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's laying it out there.
Yep. Oh, and my
Turn
girl,
to burn.
my girl Holly Bean said, lost 8 kids. They lost 8 kids. Don't forget that. And literally lost one. She got gone. But,
Yeah.
of course, we're still doing our accusations and we're not going to give up on that. I still want to know how all of these people that have been accused can all be responsible for Summer's disappearance. Yet nobody between Candace and Grandis noticed anything unusual on that property the early afternoon of June 15th.
That's because there wasn't an abduction.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think some people need to go back to kindergarten. You know how it works, like every so often we have to take a refresher course on something, whether it's safety or, whatever. I think some people need to get a refresher on what they learned in kindergarten. When you point the fingers, there's 4 pointing back at you. You don't make up lies about people. Just the basics, So last night or the night before, Dawn was on another channel. Take your pick which one it is. I will say this, he's only exclusively talking to one YouTuber. That will not last because that's not enough attention for him. And that one YouTuber, you know who it is, I know who it is going to be a hurting unit when his
cash cow.
When his man crush Monday cheats on him and starts talking to other channels, because we've seen those meltdowns before. So Chris McDonough is not who he talked to, but Chris McDonough had some questions for him. Some questions that everybody, I think, has. He didn't want to talk to Chris McDonough for obvious reasons, but he answered this other guy who is very biased and isn't going to ask him hard questions. We know that. Okay. And that's fine. That's how he runs his channel. I don't care. I'm not even talking about that. So he was asked about the social media manager. Of course, he just said he doesn't know how to handle YouTube and, all of this is new to him and, stuff like that. Well, I wish that he would have been reminded that if you have a social media manager, you don't need to be on social media. This guy is not your Hollywood agent that's putting you on these shows. That's the person that's supposed to be handling social media, meaning you don't have to log into Facebook. You don't have to go on YouTube. Your social media manager does it for you. You should not be messing with any of it. You should be looking for your daughter. Also, he needs to be reminded that law enforcement has their own media liaison that would be more than happy to help him.
Yeah. They're spending all their energy doing this, but they're not looking for their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's more important? Trying to look like a fucking rock star or find your daughter? It makes me sick. Why don't he hire a damn private investigator to try to find Summer? I mean, do anything, something. Oh no, got to do the shit show. That's all what it's all about.
That is a really interesting point. It's not the first time it's been brought up, but it's a perfect time to put it in here. With the money between dog food, teeth, Candace's new house so she can go away from Dawn, has anybody thought to get money together to get a private investigator?
something.
I mean, I know a lot of times law enforcement does not want to work with them, and that's fine. But it would look a lot better from the outside than what they're doing.
They're not doing anything to find her. What have they done? Seriously, what have they done? Somebody please tell me. What? Absolutely nothing.
We're taking a poll, guys. We're taking a poll. What have they done?
Yeah. What have they done?
Mm-hmm.
Throw a 1 up if you think they've done something. Throw a 2 up if they haven't done nothing. Let's see what we get.
You're going to get a lot of 1s. It's going to start raining 1s here in a minute. So, another question Chris McDonough had, but it was asked by someone else. It needed to be asked by Chris McDonough. Oh, sweet sativa. What have they done? He said, drugs. So asked Don about his 7 alibis. Now, we all remember this. Starlink is his friend. He's got 7 alibis. Candace don't have shit. Candace is going down. Okay, you're going to love this, guys. You're going to love this. When asked about the 7 alibis, why he said that, why he said Candace is going down because she doesn't have shit, he said he was drunk. Don again said he was drunk. Yeah, it's always okay if Don is drunk, right? But now, according to him, he hasn't had a drink in 2 to 3 weeks. All right, good. Good for him. Good for him. But this is the new thing. This is the new thing. So it's always opposite day, right? If he said that when he was drunk, then that literally means he has no alibis. Not a 1. He doesn't have 7 alibis. Starlink's not his friend. He just admitted, I was just drunk. I need to get drunk listening to them.
I don't believe he has 7 alibis. That's my opinion.
He just clearly said he doesn't. He said he was just drunk when he said that.
Yep.
Did you hear that?
Yep, I heard it. Yeah. It's so, man, it's just so obvious. Come on. These people.
So take him at his word. He was just drunk when he said that. He doesn't have 7 alibis. Nope. So, all right. So we're back to square one. Where were you all day, Don?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Don, where were you? I'd like to know, too.
Oh, my God.
But he damn sure made nobody was around. That's for sure. When he was doing whatever he was doing. And I have my opinion about that. Old Donnie Boy's not as innocent as he acts, in my opinion.
Huh. Yeah. That's as obvious as the day is long. Chase and Justice said he doesn't have 7 brain cells left, let alone 7 alibis. No, so you guys forget about the 7 alibis. Forget about Starlink. He clearly said on YouTube, and to him, that's a court of law, that he was just drunk. Okay, so as far as what he said about Candace going down, again, that was courtesy of his friends at R&R Whiskey. And my thing about that isn't so much that he was drunk, because we could all tell anyway. But my thing is, she was drunk too. That was obvious. And we clearly heard her say when he said, you're going down, mind you, she's drunk. She goes, I know. And Candace is a mean drunk. You would think she would have jumped out of that chair and started whipping him like the bear. But instead, she just goes, I know. I mean, he threw it in her face. Who would agree to that if they're innocent, even if they are drunk?
Yeah. I don't know. I just have a hard time with them. Who knows? It could be a damn prank.
They were drunk.
I just don't. I don't believe anything they say. Seriously, I don't. I don't believe anything.
Well, and I'm not going to dismiss anything they say, and that's the reason we discuss this stuff, and we have to sift through it. There's always truth in it, and that's what we have to break down. You know what I mean? Like Ruby said, people do talk some truth when they are drunk, though. Oh, you better believe it. When those spirits come in, oh, the truth comes out. Yeah, you're getting the true person. Sometimes you're getting what they really, really think because they're drunk. You know?
I don't think either one of them have 7 alibis.
Mm-mm.
In my opinion, either one of them.
Not after 2:30 in the afternoon on June 15th, 2021. They damn sure don't.
Nope.
They might have been dicking off all day, but after that period, they don't have anything. Nah, forget it. All right, so it was brought up, and I know this was talked about a couple weeks ago. I didn't bring it up on the channel because it's just stupid. Supposedly, Don went to an ATM and he pulled out $2,000. Okay. And he said he was going to buy crack just to prove that he didn't have to sell his daughter for drugs. All right. God help me here, everyone.
What?
Yeah, I didn't even bring it up. I left it alone because it's so stupid.
So you're going to go buy $2,000 worth of crack to prove a point?
That's exactly what he said. It was to prove a point. But rest assured, everybody, he was just drunk. He was just drunk.
Yeah, he's going to buy that much crack and just throw it away. Yeah, okay. Don.
I knew you would say that.
What an idiot.
Oh my God, Kevin.
Wow.
Oh, I get a cramp in my side.
Yeah, he's going to buy $2,000 worth of crack and then just throw it away to prove a point. What a dumbass.
Yeah, just to prove a point. I did it to prove a point.
Yeah.
Right. That's the reason I really wish he would have done this with Chris McDonough, because he would have been like, what? Okay, so you committed yet another crime to prove you didn't do it.
Right. So he goes out and commits a crime to prove it.
Oh my God.
Oh. That you can't, that shit's priceless. You can't even imagine that tub up.
God, I knew you were going to love that. I was actually
that's funny and
writing
shit.
that out. I was like,
that's funny.
I'm going to love this one. So that's what you do. Okay, so you go commit another felony to prove you didn't do the other felony. And in his mind, it makes sense. I took the $2,000 out of the ATM to prove I didn't have to sell my daughter for drugs. That's not how you prove you're innocent.
I'm laughing still over that. That's ridiculous.
I'm laughing over your reaction. Yeah, like I really gave away $2,000 of crack.
Oh, Donnie, you dumbass.
That's what you do. I'm telling you what. 2,000 went to the ATM machine too, where he's seen on camera.
Right.
Bought $2,000 in crack to prove that he didn't need to sell Summer to buy drugs. He can do it just fine on his own, everybody. Are you kidding me?
Oh my God.
And like Bloodhounder said, you can't pull $2,000 out of the ATM. When we were getting out the down payment for our car, I had to call the bank and ask for them to up it so we could pull more money out. I don't know. Maybe, well, I don't know. Don's rolling in the dough. You know, he's the best drywaller in America. And, you know, he's got that $2,000 a week rolling in. So who knows? He
ain't the smartest.
God, I couldn't believe that. Yeah, guys. Dodging Bullet said it keeps getting better, Kevin B.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like going out and committing a crime to prove another crime. What a dumbass.
Yep. He also said that 5 cops were following him on the way to Knoxville.
Oh, now that, I don't believe that at all.
No.
They'd have pulled 5 cops. Yeah. They would have pulled your ass over.
Well, why would they be following him anyway? It's not a crime to get money out of your own ATM, but it gets better and better. But all he had to do, if they had pulled him over, is just say, look, guys, I got $2,000 out of the ATM because I'm going to go buy some crack to prove to you guys I didn't need to sell my daughter for drugs. All right, so let me go. Let me go prove my point.
Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the world's dumbest criminals. That could be a segment. Don could be starring in it. The world's dumbest criminal.
Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna go for 1,000 on the Jeopardy board of things that did not happen.
That's like robbing a bank and leaving your address on the note.
Uh-huh.
Or robbing the bank and writing it on a personal check on the back. That's about how smart that is.
Good God.
No.
So he starts rambling on about how people were coming up on the property, early on, or maybe they're still doing it. I don't know. And he was all stressed out because, his daughter's missing and his boys are home. So then, and I didn't even care about all his rambling on because we've heard this BS forever. That's old stuff. We don't care. But he did say this: law enforcement would show up and then they were smiling at him. And they would always mention to him that they need him and Candace to answer more questions. No shit. Then why don't you answer their questions, Don and Candace?
I got one question. Where the hell's your daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my question. Dumbass, where's your daughter? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The cops are.
And I'm sure they have told them over and over, we have a lot more questions. Why aren't you answering them? I'm going to play a little clip real quick. Bear with me. Okay.
I had my 3 sons there. I was worried for them. I mean, there was just so much emotion going on. I didn't know what to do. We had people sneak up on our property in the middle of the night, and the police would come flying up the property, up the hill, and big grin on their face. We want you to come down, do more questioning. It's bad enough that your daughter's gone, and then all this other stuff's going on, and people are looking at you all crazy, and you're just.
If I need to replay that, let me know. People are looking at you all crazy, not because your daughter's missing, but because you aren't letting them know what really happened. And you've got all this other stuff going on because your daughter is missing and you're not helping law enforcement find her. And then they want to ask questions. They need to be asking questions. Did you catch all that, Kevin?
Yeah, they're lucky their asses aren't in jail right now.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I'm concerned, that's where they need to be and answer some damn questions. Don't worry. Keep playing your games, Donnie and Candace. Keep playing your games because your day's coming. You watch. I guarantee you.
Leanne said he plays the victim. Oh,
yep.
He does.
Yep. Poor me. Poor Don. The gaslighting narcissist.
Yep.
Alcoholic, drug addict ass. Yep.
And can pull $2,000 out of the ATM to buy crack to prove he doesn't need to buy crack. Okay. Our friend Bex is back. Hello, Bex. Haven't seen you in a while. If not, I missed you. She said, I don't think anyone over there thought summer would get this much attention.
Nope.
I don't think so either.
They figured, oh, well, just another little girl from the hills of Tennessee that got gone.
Yeah.
Oh, no. She captured the world. Man, can you imagine social media the day they get arrested?
Yeah. If you thought you were a rock star before, get ready, guys, because you have no idea what the shit that's going to hit the fan when there's finally a break in this case.
Oh, my God. Mm-hmm. YouTube is going to come unglued.
Yep. So Don goes on to say that, this whole YouTube thing is new to him. Dude, you're a pro at YouTube. You knew more about YouTube. You told us yourself that you were always on YouTube looking up symptoms of what a meth addict looks like because you were comparing it to Dudley. You also said you were on YouTube showing your kids videos of bears and snakes so that they wouldn't leave the hill. But now you're new to YouTube, even though you're on it every damn night and probably listening to this show right now. But so he said he didn't know that Chris McDonough was trying to make them look bad. Now, we have all watched the interviews that Chris did with Hunter, then Allie and Leslie, with Candace. We've also heard Don, call Chris up, and, Chris did record it. He had every right to do it. Chris is not the one that made them look bad. He was very respectful to them, and he really handled Candace with kid gloves. He did not ask them he didn't ask her especially any like leading type questions. He didn't pressure her. They're the ones that have made themselves look bad.
Yeah, all this drama has come from them.
Mm-hmm.
But no, you're right. The narcissist Don. The poor me syndrome. Oh, poor me. Well, Don and Candace, you are what you eat.
Yep.
You are what you eat. And they eat a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, see, the truth said he was mad about CM bringing Mary into the mix. Yeah, I think that's what really tripped him out. But hey, all the guy's doing, he's putting all the information out there. That's not messing up their character. That is not messing up their character at all. And it goes without saying, when a child is missing, there's always going to be a cloud of suspicion around the parents. Even parents that have been 100% cleared by law enforcement, to this day, there are still people that think that they had to have had something to do with it. That's just how it is. We can't do anything about what people think of us. We can't. What people think of us is really none of our business anyway. But Chris McDonough did not make them look bad. They clearly did that one on their own.
It's just they've done shit for so long, and they have never had to answer really for any of it. They've gotten away with some really bad stuff for a long time. Okay? And they're still deflecting. They're still not doing anything to make their lives better as far as I'm concerned. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and you bring up an interesting point, because considering their backgrounds and, the 4 other children that were, the 4 other lives they ruined, you would think that they would have just laid low and not said anything. But they have really, Candace set the tone on June 16th. There's no getting around that. And Dawn probably got jealous because she was talking to people and getting more attention. Who knows? They have such a dysfunctional relationship. I don't know. But I would think that they would just lay low. And that's, like I said, one of the first points about the media manager. Here's the elephant in the room. You have a media manager. You don't have to deal with the media. You don't need to be on YouTube. You don't need to talk about Satin on Facebook. You don't need to do any of those things. You've got someone to do it for you. Absolutely nuts. He did say that he had a lot of hope in Chris McDonough because, he said because, Chris is an ex-detective, and then he goes, and he's a good-looking guy.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, listen to this clip. Listen to this clip. Hang on. Yeah.
Turned into had a lot of hope in Chris M. He's an ex-homicide detective. He's a good-looking guy, his presentation is that he's there to help, and we're going to find Summer, and it just turned into.
Yeah, but why'd you throw him under the bus? Yeah.
Because Chris Chris wasn't playing his game, but hopefully, if Chris McDonough heard that, Chris McDonough, Don thinks you're a good-looking guy and you've got a good presentation. That changes everything, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He threw Chris McDonough under the damn bus.
Yeah. Didn't bother Chris. Don't think Chris lost.
No, not at all.
Don't think that gave him any indigestion. But he also did say, so it's a double win for Chris McDonough today. Hope someone gets this to him. Not only does he think that Chris McDonough's a good-looking guy, he says he wishes no harm on him. He wishes no harm on him. Okay, well, why would you wish any harm on him anyway? The man has
Don,
done.
all you're doing is backpedaling. That's all he's doing. Trying to cover his ass for the mistakes he's already made. That's what he's doing. You know, he dogged Chris McDonough. Man, Don was pissed off after that interview with Chris. He didn't have a damn. Now he's all, ooh, you know, he's a good-looking guy. He's a homicide. You know, it's Don just playing CYA and just trying to backpedal and cover his ass. That's all he's doing. You know,
Chris McDonough's a good-looking dude. He's a good-looking guy. I was like, so basically he's goofy, sober, and drunk. Cat Chats Crime and Coffee, thank you for the super chat. Our friend Kat's going to be out of pocket this weekend. Her and Emma are going for a spa weekend. They're going to have a spa weekend. You know, get your like rest, relaxation, probably some gin or some wine. I'm calling them the British Thelma and Louise.
They ought to have fun. That ought to be a good time.
Yep. I'm excited to hear about it. Yep. The British Thelma and Louise. Let's coin that. So all right. Let's move on from good-looking Chris McDonough to another question that Chris had but wasn't allowed to ask Don himself because, you know, Don's got a media manager and only speaks to this other YouTuber. He wanted to know about the search for Summer. And Don said he hasn't stopped searching for Summer unless he was passed out drunk.
When has it started?
Here we go. Angel P, thank you for the super sticker. Thank you, my friend.
When has Don started looking?
He said he never stopped. But like you said, it's opposite day, honey. It's opposite day. He never started. That's the reason he said he's never.
Exactly.
Unless, guys, we're back to that. Unless he was passed out drunk. Because, yeah, you can't really search for her.
So that's his new MO now. Whenever he wants to dodge a bullet, he's just going to say, "Oh, I was drunk." Right? I wonder who told him that. That little trick?
Maybe the media manager said, "I know how to turn this around. Just tell him you were drunk."
Or his YouTube buddy.
I don't know. I hate to tell Don, but the jails, the big house it's full. It's got tons of Christian drunks in there. And when or if you face a judge and a jury, the R&R whiskey made me do it excuse isn't going to hold any merit. That bucket's going to leak. It's not going to hold any water, my friend. So you can use that all day and all night, but you'll be in good company because the jails are full of drunks that also are Christians. You're about to meet your own people. I missed a comment. Hang on. I missed a comment. Oh, Susie Rainwater, new member. Thank you, Susie. Thank you. Well, I missed a comment, guys. I wish I could remember what it was or found it.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
I know. Especially we have the best chat on YouTube. So especially the stuff that I hate when it scrolls fast that I miss it. But anyway, okay, so that nonsense was over. And I was listening to Jay for Justice last night. And I don't know how it is about playing her stuff, so I don't do it. I wouldn't. Well, I don't want to upset anybody or get a copyright strike. And that seems to be in the water right now. I'm not saying by her, but other people. So anyway, she was talking to Dudley, and a lot of it was the same things that we've already heard. You know, Don's a piece of shit. Don owes him money. Don sabotaged him. He did say something that blew my mind. He said when he was interviewed by law enforcement, they asked him if he had any idea where Don would have buried Summer.
If they asked him that, I mean, let's look at it like this. If that's true, if they asked him that question, in my opinion, that is very, very revealing. I'm just going to say that. They just don't come out and ask that question for no damn reason. No.
Nope. And not to mention, when you ask somebody something like that, that is a very specific and basically accusatory question to ask. I do want Dudley to be careful because they may not want him to have repeated it. I'm repeating it because it's out there. He said it. It's public. So either
that's our job.
Well, I mean,
right.
He might want to be careful. Eileen said law enforcement asked what? When they interviewed Dudley, because, they were told by Don when Summer went missing that Dudley was number one suspect because he had gotten fired the day before, which I still think is all a setup. And while they were talking to him, one thing that he mentioned they asked is if he had any idea where Don would have buried Summer. It makes sense because the two had been working together. They had been to all the different job sites together. But also remember, think about this. Dudley had made mention when he talked to Sweetie Pie that Don would do all kinds of things to mess him up. And one was Don would actually give him like the wrong places to be, like the wrong locations. Now, on one hand, you got Don saying he split everything 50-50. That was the incentive. So why was Don giving him the wrong address, the wrong places to be if you're paying him 50-50? Are there places Don was going during those 3 weeks he didn't want Dudley to know about? What's up with that?
I don't know, but I tell you what, I smell a big fat rat with that one. That's another red flag for you. They're adding up, these red flags. Telling you, man, it's mathematically impossible. There's too many red flags. Too many. It is mathematically impossible for an abduction.
Lauren Sparks, new member. Welcome, Lauren. Welcome. Yeah, there's tons of red flags. There's tons of red flags. But think about this again. I'll try to rephrase it. So for you're splitting your money 50-50, which he says he was getting half, okay? You already said that this guy had gotten fired before, bad work ethic, couldn't stand him, he's a meth addict and all this stuff. Still, you're paying him half. So whatever he does, not that Don would be one to judge anyway. Why would you be giving him the wrong places to be when you're giving him half? Would you want to do the work all by yourself to turn around and give him half? It seems to me, especially with Dudley being asked this, I hope he told law enforcement that there's many places that Dudley doesn't know because Don was purposely giving him the wrong place to be. Am I overthinking it?
You see, Brooks, the thing of it is you can't dismiss anything in this case because it's their actions are very telling of what kind of people they are. Okay? You are what you eat, period. You are. And people look at you and they judge you by your actions. It's the way it is. People judge people. They stereotype people. That's just the way it is. You are looked at by the way you act. And they act like freaking animals. I'm telling you, all this crap with this Dudley, the 50-50 and all that, Donnie boy was setting something up.
I agree with allegedly. He never gave him half ever. He might have said he was going to. He might be telling us he did. I don't think he ever gave him half. He
just did that to try to make it sweet. Yeah, I don't think he ever intended on giving Dudley 50%. Never. I don't think he ever planned on it. But he wanted to make the deal sweet. Why? Why did Don have to make it so sweet? And yet, give this guy false places to go to work and all this stuff. And boy, fire him the day before Summer goes missing. See, all that. There's a lot right there to digest.
Yep. Well, and Dudley goes on to say, and we don't know Dudley, guys. We're just putting out there what he said. You
Right.
make your own determination. We're not here to tell anybody who to believe or to help to form your opinion. We're just going over just what we heard, and just kind of when our jaw drops, we're like, wow, okay.
That's all we have.
Mhm.
We don't have law enforcement giving us a damn update every day. They're not gonna. We're probably not going to hear from them until their asses are arrested. So might as well get used to that. Law enforcement, I don't think they're going to say a whole hell of a lot. Why do they need to? They don't need to tell what they're doing. That it would be totally ludicrous for them to come out and tell you everything that's going on. They're not going to, period. Nope.
Well, I don't think anybody's asking law enforcement to tell them anything. What I was getting at is we don't know these people. I'm not going to speak on anyone's behalf or testify to their character. I want everyone to form their own opinion because I love seeing it in chat what people say, whether it's I don't believe this person or I totally believe them, or then they put something else out there. And which I love it all. But anyway.
I think it's a good thing that we don't hear from law enforcement. That, in my opinion, that tells me that they're working, If they come, I would hate for them to come out, and say, well, there's no abduction, but we can't prove anything, or, I just think with them being quiet, I just think that's a good thing. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that goes without saying. I don't think anybody in here is thinking that law enforcement needs to be telling them anything.
No.
It is odd that there's absolutely no update or anything. But no update doesn't mean that they don't have evidence. That's all. That's it. That's totally two different things. Karen Parton said it would compromise the investigation. Exactly. Allegedly said. Dudley will be proof to premeditated in court. I think that's what I'm looking at too. I think you're right. That's what I'm looking at too. Hey guys, we have a lot of new names in here. Love it, love it. Hit that sub button. Hit that sub button and join us every morning at 9 a.m. Some days we have 2 shows. We have 2 shows today and 2 shows tomorrow. Hit that sub button and give us a like. What's going on?
Let me ask you, so do you think this is premeditated?
Looks like it to me.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yep. It has to be. This was not just a spur of the moment thing. I don't believe that at all. This shit was planned out, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, there's just too much weird stuff going on, and I didn't mean to get off track, but I'm going to have to address this now.
You're right.
Like one, case in point, the Subaru. Don brings the Subaru up. I mean, he has said, he brought it up recently that his boss was joking around with him, oh, that's a really nice car to, bring your drywall tools in and stuff like that. Has nothing to do with anything, just that he wanted to be seen. Don's not the type of dude to go to work and go thank the boss for his job and tell him good morning. He wanted to be seen. Who's better to tell police and more believable that they saw Don than the boss? He wanted to make sure the boss saw him.
Yep. Yeah. Let me tell you something. In my opinion, Don did not drive that car because he pays. When they first said, well, I pay $600 for a month for a car just sitting there, so I might as well use it. Baloney. I don't believe that at all. Not at all. The way Candace is, she don't want no damn drywall dust on her gangster ride.
Nope. JPL, thank you for the super sticker, JPL. Thank you.
Yeah, he buys Candace a brand new car, but yet he can't get Summer some freaking shoes. What does that tell you about him?
Diane, plus he said that it was red, so it was easy to be seen. Yep, thank you. I'm so glad you brought that up. You guys, we have the best chat on YouTube. You don't even listen to what they deem important. You listen to the other little things they put in there. So when he just has to do that Freudian slip and says, well, it's red, so it's easy to be seen. Right there is the reason he had to have that car on June 15th. Make sure the boss saw it. He had to be seen that day. That's it. He had to be seen that day. Smash that like button. Smash that like button and hit that sub button, guys. You guys are on fire.
And you know what? You know what's interesting about that is that we don't know and we have not heard from anybody. Did Don Boss see the car? Really? How long did he see the car for? There's a lot that's missing here with this car being at work that day. Okay. I agree with, everybody that Don wanted that flashy red car that day for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's like I said yesterday, when you go to work and you're walking in, you've already seen all the cars. You pretty much know who drives what. When you see a different car, you're like, hey, did someone get a new car? Or hey, who's here?
Right.
Or whatever. He wanted to stand out that day. That day he had to be seen. But let's go back to what he said also about the 7 alibis. He was just drunk. So now we know he doesn't have an alibi. Okay, so his boss saw him and was joking with him, which probably never even happened. But he wanted to
that's what I'm saying.
But he wants to put that out there because for some reason he doesn't understand that when all this comes down, he's not going to be on YouTube. He's going to be in a court of law that doesn't care what he says. They don't care. They do not care. Lady Justice, thank you for being a new YouTube member. Thank you. True Crime with Eve, $5. Thank you for the super chat. Hunter comes out of the blue. Alibi. Changes in who drives the vehicle. Alibi. Don going to work. Alibi. That's all they were trying to do. That whole day was an alibi. They were trying the best they can to be seen in all these different places. But what happened between 2:30 and when she called 911? Oh, let me guess. They were just drunk, so it doesn't matter. Right? They were just drunk, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Nothing matters because they were just drunk.
Right.
What kind of thinking is that?
They probably were just drunk, if you want to know the truth.
No doubt about it. They probably were. Who knows? Probably high, drunk, whatever, I don't think they only drank in the evenings when Don got off of work. Oh, no. Not these people, folks.
No, my friend, they're not a wine with dinner type of family.
No.
They're a plastic jug of R&R whiskey that they
and opiates.
And $2,000 at the ATM to buy crack.
I will laugh about that for days.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, commit a crime to go commit a crime.
Well, it's kind of like the cancel out theory. If you commit this felony, doesn't it cancel out the other felony?
Right.
What's he thinking? Why not?
Oh, my God.
Well,
5 cops following him. Yeah, okay, Don.
Then he said it was the FBI. The FBI, he wouldn't even know. He's crazy. Welcome, new member, True Crime Eve. Welcome.
Let me tell you something. If the FBI is watching you, they're not going to make themselves noticeable. They're a little smarter than that, the FBI.
And would they have him surrounded? He said 5 cops. Was it like a clown car of cops? Like they were all stuffed in there, or 5 separate cars? And what'd he do? Outrun them? Why would anybody be following you just because?
Did he still go by the crack when they were following him?
Like I told you, all he had to do was tell him, chill out, guys. I got $2,000 from the ATM. I'm going to buy some crack so I can prove to you guys that I didn't need to sell my daughter for drugs. Okay?
Wow. That's not even rational thinking. That is absolutely dumb, stupid, so far out there to even say something like that. That is, this man blows my mind every day. He really does. It's pathetic.
Oh, I dig it. I mean, what a way to think. What a way
Man,
to think.
what a messed up individual.
Yep. Well, Dudley said that he believes Don got rid of him, meaning Dudley fired him, because he was in the way.
Yep.
He didn't want him around on the 15th, just like he gave him the wrong addresses of places to be, even though they were splitting things. Supposedly, that was the intent, split 50-50. And
well,
if you've got a helper, you've got a helper. You know, if you've got someone who's working with you, you're damn sure going to want to let them know where they're going, so you're not doing all the work yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
you know, I'm just wondering what all is the motive by sending Dudley to wrong job sites. What in the hell was Don doing?
Didn't want him to know where he was.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I'm just looking at the obvious there. I mean, according to Don, he was just messing with him. Well, why would you mess with someone who's supposed to be helping you get a job done, and that at the end of the week you're going to be owing money to? That doesn't make any sense. But for some reason, he was places he didn't want Dudley to know where he was. So were we looking for something? I don't know.
Are you looking for a hiding place? Was Don looking for to hide something, or why would you give somebody 50% of your wages and send them to the wrong job site? That's crazy. That is absolutely stupid. I mean, if it's true, I mean, there's a reason. That's really going to baffle me for a few days. I'm going to think about that.
Especially with what law enforcement asked Dudley point blank.
Right.
Do you have any idea where Don would have buried Summer? Okay, this is gonna be blowing up really fast. And when I say fast for law enforcement, so that could be the summertime, that could be June. But I mean, it's coming to a head. Pat, you are a sweetheart. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much.
I want to get a super sticker.
You just got one, buddy. Did you see the screen?
I'm looking. Yeah, it's great. People come tune in every day to listen to us, listen to me run my trap.
Yes, they do.
I really appreciate everybody. Well, I truly do.
They could be listening to us or Ryan and Kelly. Who would you rather listen to? Me and Kevin or Ryan and Kelly?
I'd rather listen to Don.
Yeah, me too.
Than Ryan and Kelly. But that's my own opinion.
So then he mentions that he said something, and I might be saying this wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, that he had mentioned that he has always told Candace to keep an eye on Summer because he always knew something was going to happen to her. Well, we've heard this many times, but he's putting the charge on Candace. Now, I understand when he's at work, he can't be keeping an eye on her, but I don't know about you guys. If I'm worried about the area I'm in, I get a security camera.
Right. If I'm worried about the area I'm in, I shouldn't be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Well, your home is your home, but if you need to protect your home because you have told your wife to make sure to always keep an eye on Summer because you have a feeling something is going to eventually happen to her, then, you know, besides all the dogs, which weren't their dogs anyway, according to them, they're just strays, which I believe. I don't think that any of them went and adopted these dogs. I don't think that they went and rescued the dogs. Okay. They're not those type of people. But wouldn't you like arm your home? I mean, get ADT. I think we have, what's it called? Because Mama Kay told me about it, the Arlo camera, and it connects to your phone. It connects to your phone. He could have been at work looking at his phone at what's going on at his house.
Do you know why he said that? This is my opinion, but the reason he said that he always knew something, I've been thinking about this, that the reason he knew something was going to happen to Summer is because he's just covering his own ass by saying that. What else is he going to say? I mean, think about it. By him saying, well, I always knew something was going to happen to her because something did. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but he said it because, God, how do I want to word this? He said that because something did happen to her, and he just threw that out there. Summer got gone, so it's just like him going, well, always knew something was going to happen. And he tried to just put it to rest right there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's foreshadowing.
Yeah, there's the word. I'm glad you come up with the word.
I'm going to address
foreshadowing.
Comment. It's a really important comment. Eve asked the TBI, I guess she called the TBI and asked if they plan on releasing any of the CCTV footage for any additional tips. And they said, nope. Keep that under lock and key. Keep that evidence exactly. Save it for a jury. Save it for a jury.
Yeah, don't mess up.
Don't do it. And Tamara said, sounds as if the CCTV speaks to them and it's what they need. I think it gives them a good timeline of where Summer was seen that day, or if she was seen. It could have been they saw them at all these places, but not Summer. We need to think about that too. Okay? There's a lot going on.
And that brings me to, I would love to know what traffic lights that car was seen at.
Oh yeah,
where all the cameras were.
Yeah, and that takes months to get all that back.
Yeah, it does.
Eve said that tells me that they don't need anything else. Nope, they don't. I have a feeling that they are lacing up the boots, guys. All right, so it's been speculated a lot that the blame game, which is part of the title of the show. By the way, thank you for the thumbnail and the new avatar, Cat. I love it. Look at it. It says, it's me. It's not me. It's you. It's not me. It's you. All right. So a lot of people are wondering, when are they going to turn on each other? Some people are like, this is about to get really real because they're starting to feel the heat one way or another, because you can tell by their behavior is more erratic than it was before. I don't know that they're ever going to really turn on each other, but they've had their passive aggressive moments over the last few months. I will say this. I think it's odd that Don will only talk to one YouTuber, but Candace has really been making the rounds and moonlighting. Like, she's talking to people that she's never talked to before. I mean, even, opened up to this one woman, and she was drunk. You could clearly tell. And that's when the whole, she wants this $110,000 and fuck Donnie. It's the most beautiful house I've ever seen. It's $110,000. I'm going to get my kids back. Well, I think we're seeing the beginning of the end, because if she's out there moonlighting on other channels and he's only talking to one guy, which is not going to last long. Not going to last long.
No, that's going to fall through the cracks really quick.
But then again, it could just be another one of their employees. We'll do this and it'll get them all talking, because they don't seem to really care what attention that they put on themselves. They don't seem to care at all. Betty Boop, I'm going to spank you. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you.
They love doing deflection. So just, all their actions, just watch them. And, they love to deflect.
Oh, I got to address this.
I like that avatar.
Me too. Well, I think this is directed at you, Kevin. I want you to take this comment.
Oh, no.
Candace is looking for a new man, in my opinion.
Oh, God.
I got one
I already told you
for her right now, guys. Kevin B's in the house.
Yeah, I already told you if I woke up next to that, I'd chew my arm off to get away without waking that up.
Tell her he prefers the red hoodie and the rebel flag hat, guys. Thank you, Layla. Thank you. Gotta address this. Lady Justice, how you doing? She said, because Chris McDonough said the Walgreens footage was contradictory to Candace's statement to him. Uh-huh. Yep. All the contradictions, all their lies, everything has got to be proven and disproven. They got to go over it a million times. Million times. Oh, sweet sativa. Kevin, you've got so much love in here. Here, I'm trying to sell you off to Candace because, she's looking for a new man and wants that $110,000 house. Sweet sativa said, we can't do that to our Kevin. Nope.
Hey, sweet sativa. I used to see her. I think it was that Indica drink. No, I think she's been in AB's chat before. But anyway, I know I've seen her name around. That's funny. Yeah, please don't do that to me. Man, I would run from that woman.
And I agree.
Literally.
Steve. I would love to have that footage. I would love to have that footage. I would love to have the 911 call when Candace called, her voice, not what the dispatcher said.
Right.
Not that I don't believe the dispatcher. I want to hear her tone.
The demeanor in her voice.
If we have
me too.
If we have another, fuck Donnie, or it's not helping me, or if it's a Mary, like I want to know how she sounded on that phone.
I'm gonna tell you right now, she's gonna sound exactly like the Mary prank. You watch.
I would love
Can't find Summer. Send my boys down to the creek with their buck knives so they can stab the bear.
But she doesn't go anywhere because she's scared of
No,
bears.
hell no. She ain't walking nowhere. She knows damn good and well that little girl was already gone.
Hence why we've got such a gap. What was going on that afternoon? You knew everything you did that morning, Candace, everything. But that afternoon, you can't tell time for shit, even though you look at your phone all the time, so you know what time it is. But you happen to know that your walk was exactly 10 minutes. Or when you changed your story to the planting flowers story, you know it was 2 minutes. No, by the time you go inside, no, 2 minutes makes no sense. Even if it's slang, that's a stupid thing to say.
And let's not forget. Yeah, and let's not forget Candace was there too.
Yep, we're going to talk about Candace tomorrow morning, my friend. This is right up your alley because we're going to be talking about her brother too, and that's your favorite subject.
Yeah, I can't wait for that show tomorrow. I'm going to light it up. But yeah,
we don't mention other creators in here, guys.
No.
Not that we don't want to hear your opinion or anything like that. It just causes drama, and we don't need it. They may not want to be mentioned by us. And there's other people in chat. They're like, hey, what are you talking about? I like them. It just causes, it's a distraction. It
just causes problems. It does.
Yeah.
And it's unwanted problems.
Well, and everybody does their own thing, and that's perfectly fine. We're talking about summer. That's it. But, we were talking about the bears and, the missing time and stuff like that. And, a couple of people have mentioned, Candace is a scary woman. I'm sorry, she is. She may try to act all happy and go lucky when she's talking to some people, but I go back to Linda, who's Dudley's wife, and she's very specific about when they went to get Dudley's money, which that I will never understand. If you're paying your employee, pay them when they're at work. Don't make them chase you down for the money, you imbecile. So she said that, remember, she told Dudley, count the money and let's go, because something about Candace scared the hell out of her. Something about Candace really, she said her eyes were dark. I don't mean like black eyes, but just, how she's got those beady eyes. And Candace scares the hell out of me too.
Well, look at her. I don't want to dog her the way she looks, but she is a really mean person. And that's not judging. Candace is very mean. She has been mean. I'll put it that way. You look at her mug shots, you'll see what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen them, and she is a very mean-spirited woman, extremely. We talked about it yesterday on the show. 0 kids and counting. There is a reason they don't have any children between them.
Right. It's not because they were even, man, I don't even know the word, even parents that struggle but still try. They didn't even do that. It's like they've gotten away with this. Listen, I've said this a million. They've gotten away with this shit for so long. Summer is just the what happens when shit escalates for years. Something bad ends up happening to the kid, and you're seeing it. It escalated without ever being a. I'm not saying they've never been to court and stuff for CPS and all that, but the problem has never been. They've never addressed it and worked on their actions or themselves. It has just gotten spiraled out of control. The abuse and neglect.
Yeah,
And,
you're exactly
and
right.
now somebody got gone.
Mama of 6. She said, "Do y'all think Summer is alive?" Unfortunately, I do not. I do
not either. Absolutely, I don't. I wish she was. But if she is alive, God knows what would be happening to her.
Well, we know Summer broke the cycle because those boys now have a second chance.
Yep.
They now have a second chance. Does anybody want to get the link and come up here and visit with us?
Yeah.
Because we want to hear your take on this as well. Everything from committing a felony to prove that you didn't do the other felony, to why you think, he took the Subaru so important to him and why he keeps bringing it up. I don't think it has anything to do with the payment. That makes no sense. It's the family car. They had stuff to do that day. Taking Candace to the hospital because she has a hurt knee. It's obviously easier to get in the Subaru than it is in the truck when you're hurt. It makes no sense. None.
One of the biggest red flags for me in this case is how hyper vigilant Candace tried to make it sound. She is not that kind of person. Period. She's not the hyper alert mom. Absolutely not. She did not walk her daughter 30 feet over to the damn house from the camper. No way. And the thing of it is, like I said it a million times, if Summer was abducted, you would have had to have seen something, either the car, the abductor, or Summer or something, because you were out walking around.
Yep. Linda said, no, she is not a helicopter mom. Nope, she is no hyper vigilant. I've got to make sure she makes it inside 200 feet from where I'm sitting. No, she is not like that. This is the woman that hours earlier watched her daughter swimming in the horse pond, which is not even a good place to swim anyway, without floaties, a life jacket, or even in there with her. She was watching TikTok and giving out twisted tea. Now.
And her and Candace were looking at flowers. Yeah, okay.
Doesn't make any sense.
Mm-mm. In that horse pond, I mean, kids swim a lot of places, but that is not the place to let your 5-year-old just go out there with no floaties or nothing or a life jacket.
No.
That is not a very safe place to swim.
Nope. We have Eve backstage. Let's talk to her real quick and see what she's got going on. Hi, Eve. What a cute picture.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was my baby picture.
Oh,
I think
wow.
I think it
looks
looks
beautiful baby you are.
I think it
Mine's
looks very
in black and
intimidating.
white. My picture's in black and white.
I like it though.
Yeah.
So I've been making little small videos about the inconsistencies with Candace, because I really think that she's the one to crack when it comes to Dawn going away for a while. So the one thing that gets me is that when she was at the watering hole or Warriors Park with Chris Madonna, she said, "Oh man, everything is in slow motion now." And that for some reason really, really hit me. Because I remember in psychology class that adrenaline and when you have some high stress stuff going on, things slow down after you think of the incident that caused all of that adrenaline, right?
Right.
So if it all slowed down now, when you're thinking about it, there was a high stressful situation. And so I think that there's something big there, that she's remembering something that makes her very anxious to talk about. So maybe that was because she was trying to show an alibi that day, and it was, making her nervous.
I call it the proof of life day. She wanted to make sure Summer was seen. Don wanted to make sure he was seen at work. They wanted to make sure there were other eyes on Summer, as in Hunter. And you're right, as far as things going in slow motion, she's coming off the high of everything that went on June 15th. That's why I think on Tuesdays when they raise hell and they start with their prank phone calls and they get bombed out of their mind, well, Summer went missing on a Tuesday.
Right. Yep.
What do you think, Kevin?
I agree with Eve. When the slow motion thing. So, do you think there was an accident, Eve, that happened at the horse pond?
Some part of me thinks no and yes. So I think that it's either two things. There was an accident, and the 2 to 3 hour window that we can't account for was to dispose of Miss Summer, but it happened on another day. Or she was trying to create her alibi, and she was coming down off of the craziness that happened the day before to dispose of Summer. And so she was struggling with that alibi. I really do. So it's either those two things. It's either there was an accident, or she was really trying hard to create that alibi, and she was realizing what she had done or what had happened. You know what I mean? The reason why I think there wasn't an accident is because CPS was supposed to be there the day after. So that screams motive to get rid of her. If it was an accident, you could have just called 911. It happens, but they didn't if it was an accident. So to me, I think that it was her adrenaline going to try to create an alibi.
I think with all the heat on them, if it was truly an accident, this would all be over by now. Even if they didn't do the right thing on June 15th, when her and Candace were out, I think by now they know what's going on. I think by now they would have said, okay, this is what happened. And I'm sure they've been asked multiple times, look, if it was an accident, just let us know. Just let us know. It's not, it'll be okay. I don't know. I go to what law enforcement said. There's no abduction. Possibility she wandered off, but the thing is, they would have found her by now. She couldn't have gotten too far, or foul play.
But here's my thing.
Don and Candace themselves said she wouldn't have wandered off. He even showed the kids videos multiple times, of bears and snakes and all that stuff and what's out in those woods. But what are we left with now? Foul play.
Yep, foul play.
Here's my thing. If it was an accident, there wouldn't be any 50-50 split with Dudley. There wouldn't be any reason for Don to take the red car, right? All that's telling me that it's no accident.
Grandma going to the hospital for her bum leg that she used to plant flowers. Are you kidding me? That was an alibi.
Yep.
Everything about June 15th was an alibi. Excuse me. And we don't even know for sure if the Warriors Park trip was on the 15th. We really don't know. We're just going by what was said. So maybe those videos of Hunter were not on that day. They could have been a month before that. Who knows?
Let me ask you this: can you change the timestamp on a video?
Absolutely. The only thing that you can't do is change, what is in the technology that it was recorded on. So TBI knows exactly when those things occur.
Sure, they do.
But we don't. And that's the hard part. The one thing that I have to say is that Don and Candace do not talk about CPS. They don't.
No,
talk
they
about the
don't,
CPS.
do they?
So the silence is key. What are they not talking about? The CPS visit and some of the things that Jody Sue has said.
That's a great comment. That is a really good.
She's exactly right. And that's what we say on here all the time. Don't listen to what they say. It's what they sprinkle in and what are they avoiding talking about. They never bring up the CPS visit.
No,
and
they
even
don't.
if they were told by TBI not to talk about it, well, they would talk about it. And the thing is, Dawn has the victim mentality, and she sure as hell does. So if they felt like they were being picked on by CPS, we'd be hearing about it all the time. But they don't say a word about it.
Yeah, and that right there tells me a lot.
Because under the age of 8,
great
if
point.
there's something going on, you're going down.
Mm-hmm.
There are no alibis to save you at all if something happened under the age of 8 to a child in that way.
That was a
And I
really
think we all
good
know.
point about CPS.
Yeah, super good point.
Very good.
We're going to see things. I think things are really going into motion. I just feel it.
So do I.
I really think something's going to crack. And I think that there is other things related. I think that the people they surround themselves with and all of that stuff is going to be connected in some way. And you're going to see multiple charges. You're going to see multiple things, maybe drugs, whatever it may be. It's a bigger picture than just Summer missing. I think there's other things connected that they're waiting on. I really do.
Well, because
Well,
you have
Brooks
to
is always.
do it.
You've always said it's going to blow our minds.
I think this runs deep.
Oh, it will. I mean, any arrest affidavit I've ever read, just like the one I was reading, the documents I was reading yesterday about Harmony Montgomery, I was like, wow. Especially like the Gannon Staunch case. Don't even get me going on Lori Vallow, because that's alien stuff to me.
Ooh,
but when it all comes out, you're like, good God, it was 10 times worse than I ever thought. 10 times worse. But Eve, I appreciate you coming in and popping up here.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I loved your points. I loved you being up here.
Absolutely. And check out my channel. I have a few other videos coming out about the little inconsistencies that people miss.
Oh, wow.
Even Chris. I think Chris didn't talk about it. It's the little beady things, guys, that matter.
I will check it out. Thank you so much.
Have a great day, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. What a great point.
That was a great point.
And on that point, I'm going to start winding the show down. It's been a fun morning, even though we're talking about a dark subject. We have another show in an hour and a half talking about Anna Duggar and if she's getting ready to leave Josh or not. It's an article that came out after the nasty, nasty stuff he did.
I'd leave his ass in the dust.
Yeah, I wouldn't think twice about it either, my friend.
No.
I wouldn't think about it twice either. I got to go check out Eve's channel because I got to go check out these videos she's talking about. I just loved having her up here. And
is that the name of her channel, Eve?
I don't know yet. I'll tell you about it later because I don't know. I don't want to send someone to another channel. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Anyway, I'm going to start winding this down. And we will see you guys back here at noon. If we happen to miss you at noon, we will definitely see you at 9 a.m. tomorrow. This is really going to be one that's close to Kevin's heart. We have 2 shows tomorrow, but the one at 9 a.m. is Grandis Abandis.
I can't wait to talk about that woman because we haven't really talked about her. So it's going to be a good one.
We haven't talked about her in a while, and it deserves some revisiting. It's a good way to wind down the week. So we appreciate everybody being in here. We had a lot of new names in here, and please hit that sub button before you log out. Give us a like, share the video. I know you guys are in other Facebook groups and stuff like that. Let's get the word out there. Let's get it out there.
Yep. And thank you, everybody. And remember, tell your kids or a family member or your dog or your hamster or your cat that you love them.
Even
with
if
that,
it's the hamster, even if it's the hamster, that's right.
That's right. And with that, thanks everybody for being here. Truly, we truly appreciate it.
Yep. Come back at noon. We will see you guys at noon. It's going to be a fun show. If you guys want to be in Discord, send me an email. I will get you a link because we like to talk to you guys in between shows. Lucas says, love this community. We love you guys. We love the community too. You guys are the best chat on YouTube. We will see you in about an hour and a half. Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.